Scriptose Dictations by Mahadevan. Interspeed, November 1983. Start. Mr. Chairman, I must at the outset admit that the debate on the governor's address has been interesting. Members have expressed their considered views on some of the problems faced by the people of the state. Some of the members have also dealt with questions which are outside the scope of the state legislature and the state government. But I know that those questions are also very important from the point of view of the people of this state. I shall now refer to the views expressed by the members on the recent cyclone in the southern districts of this state. I was very much moved by the expression of sympathy from all sections of the House. This cyclone has overtaken us very suddenly, and it is no doubt a matter of great concern to all of us. I am thankful to the members who have given suggestions for the short term and long term measures that are to be undertaken in order to give relief to the affected people. I am particularly grateful to those who have given a number of suggestions to prevent the repetition of such a calamity in future. I wish to take this opportunity to explain to the House that the government have done all they could to warn the people in that area about the possibility of a cyclone. The concerned officers had also taken all possible and necessary measures. In spite of all these, as the cyclone was so sudden, all their efforts could not fully protect the people against it. The government are now doing everything in their power to help the affected people in all possible ways. The collectors have been asked to send immediately food, clothes, and building materials to the affected areas. I am sure that the relief operations will be effectively undertaken under the supervision of the senior officers of the Revenue Department. Let me now deal with the food situation. In the first place, we know that there is an overall shortage of food grains in the country. In such a time, the law of supply and the demand will operate, and the price of food grains will naturally go up. It is true that in some cases the prices have gone up to such an extent that they are beyond the reach of poor people. In such circumstances, it has become necessary for the government to procure and distribute food grains to the weaker sections of society at cheap rates. Otherwise, the weaker sections will suffer to a very great extent, as they will not be able to purchase the food grains at a high cost. We are doing this job to the best of our ability. Government are aware of some complaints about procurement and distribution. We are looking into such complaints and will take suitable action to make this system effective. I am sorry, I am unable agree to the suggestions made by a member that we should give up procurement and supply of food grains at concessional rates. Letter dated 10th March 1982 from Rama and Company, Coimbatore, to the General Manager Ravi and Brothers, Calcutta. Dear Sir, kindly refer to your letter of the 5th instant. We have carefully gone through the changes that you have suggested in the sole selling agency agreement. We are agreeable to many of the changes that you have suggested, but we are sorry to inform you that we are not in a position to accept your suggestion to omit the clause relating to the minimum number of our machines that you are required to sell. We wish to point out that in all such agreements which we have entered into with so many other commercial houses, there is such a clause. None of them have raised any objection to it. So we are surprised at your objection to this clause. We also consider it necessary to inform you that in any such agreement the provision of such a clause is absolutely necessary, otherwise we will have no remedy at all if you do not sell our machines in adequate numbers. We require you to sell 2 of our machines per month. This is not a large number. Yours faithfully.